Well, we're starting the census early here at Jordan Shanks because we asked you, what crimes have you committed? So, essentially what we're asking is, what percentage of the Jordan Shanks audience are lads? And I am actually going to guess that it's probably about 20%, judging by how many times I've walked down the street.
Oi, brah. You changed my life, lad.
Why are you still a lad then?
Give me your f***ing wallet. A better you starts today.
Seriously, I'm excited about this, and I think that you are too, judging by the top podcasts in Australia, which are always
Australia's most gruesome disembowelings with Ray, whatever the f*** that guy was that was on A Current Affair in the 80s.
early 80s. Me and a mate went down to the railway line to throw eggs at trains. Ah yes, the only way to have fun before the Game Boy was invented. Oh, it already was, you were just... Wait, was it? Let me just double check that the Game Boy was... I'm sure it was. Crap, 1989! Well, the point still stands. You suck, stranger. Shame on you for something that you did 40 years ago. Had one egg left on the way home, threw it at a street light. A teenage mind, don't you?
Yeah, let's do more vandalism.
Why?
I don't know, I'm barely conscious, so basically just a collection of impulses.
Unknowingly, as a cop car drove past, cops accused us of throwing rocks. Wasn't a rock, it was an egg! They took us home in the cop car, 50-metre drive, that's amazing.
Well, you kids better have a long, hard think along this drive and, much like the smash hit song that has just been released, I assume, you're out of time.
Now, let me just double check that that was the early 80s as well. All of Oates, Out of Touch, 1984. Why couldn't you have been released a year earlier? Damn you, Hall, with your perfectionism in production. In high school, my friends and I thought it would be fun to set fire to the neighbourhood playground with gasoline. Okay, so this wasn't an 80s child, this was a noughties child. Somehow no one noticed or called the police, even though it was like 10 PM and hard to miss if you ever glanced out the window. This is what happened, the Game Boy came along and...
Shit, the playground's on fire!
Huh?
The playground's on fire!
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Didn't help that we also made a torch and ran around the nearby field with it. Oh, you idiots. Flailing around like we were trying to SOS a rescue helicopter. You're right, it literally didn't help. Nothing you could have done would have made anyone care. That is the decline of society right there, that in the 80s. What's this? An egg? Well, I'm going to make sure that your mum knows about this and inspect you getting a hard spanking, young man. And then in the year 2000,
Hey, we got our own problems down at the office. There's a bunch of 12-year-olds burning it down.
we didn't burn anything down, just melted the plastic a little. Oh, that makes public arson child's play, doesn't it? I no longer play with fire. I'm sure you don't. I'm sure you've moved on to much grander crimes such as murder. And I'll move on. Moved into a dive in Highgate Hill, Brisbane. Very much like that opening sentence. It's very detective-y.
I noticed a lady of the night drunkenly staggering into a BWS. She was getting 4X. I tell you, some things in Brisbane never change.
I'm doing the rest in this.
Yeah, fuck it.
In Smoky Haze, we decided to go to a rich area and steal the pot plants to fill our house.
I'm sorry, but this whole noir scene adds so much weight to such petty crimes.
All good until we found a front page article in the Courier Mail that a very valuable plant had been stolen from someone's front yard. We all felt bad, so took it back, but stole another of their pots. I tell you, some things in Brisbane never change.
Breaking into a pharmacy next to a police station, 20 metres apart. Needless to say, we got caught. Of course you got. It's like less than half of the guy that got driven to his mum's. Opiate addiction is a bit. I thought it'd be relaxing. Yoinked some bread from Woolies. You convicts. But unlike my predecessors, I succeeded. True blue. Well, you're not supposed to brag about getting away with a crime. You're supposed to be arrested and sent to Tasmania for this, mate. But nonetheless, my inner convict did say,
Hey, that's one for the little man, it is.
when I was younger in my teens, I lived in Mount Isa. We released a herd of camels. What? Where did you get them?
There's heaps in Australia.
Oh, fancy that. Thank you for enlightening me. From a farm, because the guy who owned it called the cops on me and my mates for playing hide and seek outside. Hee. Just sounds like such a place too, doesn't it?
Man, I don't.
The only other thing that I know about it is
The most polluted place in Australia. houses are expensive as well.
We jumped fences in a private abandoned property in the sticks just to go exploring. One time we found a bunch of bloody hair and a long bone.
Oh my god, evidence of Bigfoot.
Never reported it, but we did pick up the bone. Upside down smiley face. Yeah, I can't figure out which would be creepier, if it was a smiley face or an upside down one. I'll let the editor decide for that. After we jumped the fence again and snuck through restaurant patios and drank abandoned cocktails. Abandoned cocktails? Where did you grow up, Louisiana? It's all these like haunted.
I'll best try the mint julep. It's to die for.
The Donnybrook post office is next to the pub.
Oh, good to know.
We were drunk and broke into the post office once as we thought that our recently ordered Foxtel box would be there. You're at Donnybrook. I don't think recently ordered and be there should ever be in the same sentence. Turns out it wasn't there. Oh, what a surprise. So we stole a generator instead. Felt bad the next day, then broke in to return the generator. See, it's just further proof people from the country are polite. Me and my mate stole one of the tall inflatable nightmare creature things you see out the front of car dealers. That's a very good description of them. I hope that that's what they're actually called, that you look on the box. You, tall inflatable nightmare creature things. Scare your customers away today. And set it up in my front yard. You idiots. Honestly, I really don't think that I've ever heard of a dumber criminal in my life. My mum and dad got quite the surprise when they got back from Fiji. Oh yeah, it's Home Alone, except you're the crooks. During New Year's, my cousin would blow up cigarette machines by using Polish firecrackers. They are the ones which make you more kaboom. Yeah, I can so imagine you getting that at the boot of a car in a wharf.
Yeah, when you light them, I don't want them stand back, you know.
How's this sentence? And then cigarettes would drop out. Here's the genius point, guys.
And he'd either sell them or smoke them.
Wow, I thought that he was going to drop them in the toilet as a public health service. Also, that is the most Polish shit I've ever heard in my life.
Cigarette, 10 zloty, yes.
Why are they so cheap?
It's not their business, okay? It's my business. Mate.
Just so you know, zloty was the currency of Poland before the EU. My mate smashed 30 speed cameras by shooting them with his crossbow. Look it up. It was all over the news. I'll take your word for it, dude. That is psycho. It is simultaneously the most sociopathic thing I've ever heard and biggest social conscience I've ever heard in my life. I really feel like you found a loophole through morality here, mate. In fact, seeing as we have this hark back to the Middle Ages with the crossbow, you, sir, are a king. A very scary king. A friend I lived with went out with a mate to steal lead roof tiles. What's all these POV Soviet lead? The small 4-door they were using was so overloaded, it was pretty much scraping the road as they were driving. Unsurprisingly, they were quickly found once the theft had been reported. What are you doing with all that lead in your boot, boys? His response? Making a bike stand. 2-year suspended sentence. Well, for a crime involving lead, might I just say, sir, you got off lightly. We were throwing bricks through a farmhouse window. I can't believe that the guy with the eggs at the beginning looks tame in comparison by the end. He's just not in the same league as the rest of you, is he? As Spaniard would say, it's another level, lad. Didn't know it had cows inside. Needless to say, there were a few less living cows than there. We ran away. All right. And that is enough anyway. That is the last story. So thank you for everyone except for the last person, because you really left a sour taste in my mouth. And probably some sour milk from the living cows as well. But if you have some crimes, let us know. Report yourself so it makes it easier for the police to look up the crimes and arrest you for what you deserve to be arrested for. As well, thank you so much for making this video possible. I really, really enjoyed that. I really enjoy things that are really detrimental to your personal wellness in life. So keep it coming. Did I mention that this is a self-help channel?